Hey everybody, welcome to Two Comic Book Dudes. This is DC Comics Rebirth Week 5. We're going to retitle this show DC Comics Afterbirth.
Maybe.
I don't know, we'll see how it sounds. I like the way it sounds. I like the way it rolls off my tongue.
Yeah, there you
There are some cultures that actually do cook up the Afterbirth neither. Yes. So, you learn something every day.
We went there this early. All right.
So this week there was a ton of books. We had Green Lanterns, Green Arrow, Batman, Aquaman, Superman, and Justice League Rebirth, number one. So lots of stuff. So let's talk about Justice League Rebirth first.
That was on the top of my stack. Also,
yeah, mine too. I got both covers. I thought they were both pretty cool looking.
I just got the second one.
Okay. And this is another one of those where I was just not like...
Fear the Reaper.
I was not excited about the story. I mean, it was okay. And I was trying to figure out, like, is this creature Starro in this world? And I thought, well, no, I think there was a Starro already, right?
Yeah, they mentioned Starro.
Well, Superman from the other world, from the real world, he's always going to be Superman from the real world to me, mentions Starro.
Yeah. But he mentioned that they defeated Starro.
No, he said, would there ever be a world where Starro didn't attack? Or this didn't happen, or this didn't happen? And so I don't know. But then that creature attacked him like, well, it's kind of acting like Starro. It's weird anyway. But no, I don't. It's not the new 52 Starro. I think we've already had that. But it was some kind of weird thing. But that was like the best page.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
I don't know.
It's definitely...
It was
bringing the team together, it's running through the gamut with the team, showing off each of their powers. Aquaman, definitely focusing more on his telepathic ability, which is really one of his more powerful powers when it comes to helping the team. So he was able to sort of communicate with the alien in a way. I don't know. I'm sorry, I've had a long day. I'm like falling asleep.
Yeah, or no, he could at least like tell what it was doing or something like. I don't know.
Yeah. Something he saw images or whatever. Yeah, pretty much. But still, it was cool. So big alien, little aliens go out and suction onto people's heads, and then those people were like mind controlled, which was very
to be harvested.
To be harvested, right?
They're supposed to return to the ship,
yep.
But I don't know. It was okay. I mean, it was like bringing in Superman. Like he finally, like him and Lois going back and forth, and he finally like goes and helps.
Yeah, officially joining the team, right?
Right. Then we got both the lanterns coming in. So.
Yep. Even though they were late.
Yeah, they were doing something else. So.
Yeah. So otherwise, I mean, I would recommend it for any Justice League fans. I really liked the beginning of the Justice League in New 52, and I picked up several issues of it throughout. And it was a good series overall. And this is, continuing the story, but it's adding in the new Superman and it's bringing in the new Green Lanterns, and it's pretty good.
Yeah, it was a pretty good book. I mean, it's just the starting point. Like nothing. I don't think anything in that issue is going to be like carried over to, the next. Like nothing majorly happened.
Yeah, I don't think that like the alien thing's not a big deal. So, Superman
right.
come busting in and zap, and then they're like, focus on that and kill it. And he, defeated it, and they took off. The aliens left. And
that's why I'm saying if there was one book that you could skip this week from Rebirth, it would probably be this. Would be my vote. Like, I think because this is the Rebirth #1 issue, so in 2 weeks we'll get the actual #1 issue, and I think that'll be just as good of a starting off point for this team.
Yeah.
My thoughts.
I mean, this was a good way, I think, for people who haven't been Justice League fans to jump in and see the team mechanic at work.
Yeah, I could say that. If you haven't read it in a while, pick this up. If you've been reading Justice League, kind of up on it, you don't really need this one. Yeah,
true. But it was still good, worth picking up, I think, from my perspective. So, but I like to have all the books. So, speaking of the introduction of the new Green Lanterns there to the Justice League team, I picked up Green Lanterns #2 this week. And you can see Bleez featured very prominently there on the cover. The Red Lanterns are really the focus of this, as the Red Lanterns have planted their Rage Tower on Earth, and the tower is erupting, and it's causing all kinds of problems. Rage spikes all over the planet.
Yeah, they do reference that, right? They reference that.
They do as they're coming into Justice League. They're like, well, we have been busy with this Red Lantern stuff,
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to know what the Red Lantern stuff is, read Green Lanterns. It's good. It's definitely focused on Jessica and Simon as their individual personalities really clash. Simon Baz is definitely a gung ho, run in there, shoot first, ask questions later, literally. Whereas Jessica Cruz has been, a shut-in for 3 years. I mean, she has lived in her apartment, not left the house for 3 whole years. So she's finally stepped. I was just reading it. It was in the book. They talk about it. Her sister finally got her out to go shopping. So yeah, it's been 3 years since the whole Power Ring thing.
Yeah, but she was just in it. Justice League.
What do you mean?
The New 52 Justice League book. She was in that all the way up till the end of it.
Oh, I don't know. In this, they're talking about how she's been a shut-in. Well, right, yeah. Right up until the point she got a ring. So she's been a shut-in right up to the point she got the ring. Now, so it's kind of exploring the fact that she's gone from this, what do you call them? Introvert, severe introvert, to having to interact with people, to having to go out and save people. And she's having a real hard time with the ring. She's having a hard time mustering the willpower as she is basically fighting her sister at one point in this, as her sister's overtaken by the rage, and she can't create a construct. She's still not able to really do that. She can fly and all that stuff, but she can't do the construct thing. So it's pretty cool. This is really good. I like the way they're exploring the characters, but it's definitely about the two of them specifically. If you're looking for anything with Hal Jordan, you got to wait for Green Lantern Corps.
Next week.
Out. Yep.
Next week.
So, but this was really good. I like the Green Lantern stuff they're doing. I love the Red Lanterns. So seeing Atrocitus at the beginning sitting on his throne, being like, this is really awesome. So it was a great scene.
So have we seen Guy yet?
Nope. Nothing from Guy.
So we don't know if he's green or red.
We have no idea yet. I think he will probably show up in the Corps.
Yeah.
In that book. Because him and Hal have that relationship,
Yeah. Oh,
They've always had that relationship. So we'll see what happens there.
I liked him as a Red Lantern, so.
Yeah, but I think he went back to green, didn't he?
At one time he had both on. So,
he is green. He is green because they mentioned him in the Green Lantern's Rebirth. He's green. Simon and Jessica are green. Jordan or not? Yeah, Hal Jordan and John Stewart are the five. Yeah, there's 5 Green Lanterns of sector. Shoot, 20.
What of crap.
2118. 2118. 2108. 20. Shoot, I can't remember that now.
2346.
Starts with a 2. Has an 8 in it.
It does. I think it's in a book.
Leave me a comment. Leave me a comment. Let me know what the sector is, because I just, right off the top of my head, I can't remember it. So anyway, moving on. You want to talk about Green Arrow for this week?
Okay. Green Arrow.
It's a cool cover. I like that cover.
Really cool cover.
Definitely illustrative of what happened.
Cliffhanger of last issue was Green Oliver Queen gets just riddled with arrows.
Yep, especially the one in the back from Emmy.
Yeah, and Shadow. So that takes him off. Yep. Of course, he
Shadow's back.
Yeah, but of course
that was the big thing.
Survive somehow. No,
of course.
But I mean, I don't know. I really like the story. It's good. They're stripping him down to just they've pretty much gotten rid of Oliver Queen, and you've only got the Green Arrow left.
Right, which is similar to what happened in the show.
Yeah,
you really had that stripping him down to nothing, and then having him have to build back up, which is cool. And
they did introduce Diggle.
Well, yeah, but he's been around before in New 52, right?
He was, but this is, I'm just saying they introduced him here in Rebirth, so they're carrying that.
Right. Yes. Although it looks like he's definitely got a grudge against Queen.
Yeah, he's not a fan of Oliver.
Yeah, of course he just kind of lost the job that he had.
True.
So, but yeah, there's these burning people, the burned ones.
the burned and
The
where is
Burned.
it? Let me get to that. Oh shit.
Yeah, they're kind of creepy, and they're the ones that they're not. This is not a huge reveal, but they're the ones that Shadow and Emmy are working for, and they're these weird, scarred-looking
like
people that are.
People.
Yeah,
right?
and right. They were the ones taking the homeless people. Yep, and for some weird reason, they can grab people and set them on fire. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
They got some superhuman monster creature things, magical, whatever. Who knows? With Green Arrow, it's hard to tell what's going to be magic or superpowers or aliens or something. It's always weird stuff.
Oh yeah, they're the Burned.
Okay, they have like an island, floating fortress or something out in the ocean
called the Inferno.
Yeah, and the ninth circle, right? 9 circles.
Yeah, they're part of the ninth circle.
Yeah. So Oliver's found that symbol, at least, or not Oliver didn't. The guy, found that symbol, and he's researching that now.
Really
so
that is, but they're the Burned. I don't know if you can really see them.
Yeah, pretty cool looking. Yeah. But this is a good book. Green Arrow has been excellent so far, so I would definitely pick that up if I were anybody out there who likes. I love that scene.
Yeah,
he just kind of descends into.
Page.
Yeah, yep. But it's a great book, really is.
Yep. Really enjoyed it so far.
Yep.
All right, which are the big two? Well, you do the one I don't have.
Oh, okay. I was going to do one in between because you have both of the other ones.
Oh,
so I was going to do one of the other ones and then go back and. Okay, that's cool.
Go with
Aquaman. So Aquaman issue 2 was excellent. Last issue, Black Manta showed back up and he revealed himself to be basically the terrorist. As Aquaman's trying to get his embassy together, so that the slipstream, so that he can use it to help bring peace between the land people and the sea people, right? Mm-hmm. So Manta, of course, wants to destroy anything that Aquaman wants to do, and so he blows the crap out of the place. And that's what this issue is really about, is the fight between Aquaman and Manta, because Aquaman killed Black Manta's father, who he was not a good guy, but Aquaman regrets that. But it's very interesting the way he goes through it with Black Manta. He's beating the crap out of each other, and he says to Manta, he says, I never should have killed your father, but it made me into who I am. It made me Aquaman.
Right.
And he's like, so are you saying it's a good thing? And it's like, he's saying, it's not that it was a good thing, but it made me, look at who I was and become a better person. And that's why, this was such a critical moment for me that I wouldn't go back and change.
Right.
Because then I wouldn't be Aquaman. So it's really interesting because it does basically come down to die or kill situation with Manta, and Aquaman handles it very well. It's really cool. I thought the ending of this book was excellent. You have a few new characters kind of sprinkled in, which is great. You have the Royal Navy liaison Joanna, who's pretty cool. Just a neat new character, and Mara, of course, her role in all of this. She's the Atlantean experiencing the Earth culture, whereas Arthur grew up as a ground person. I was going to say grounder. We've been watching the 100 as a land lover, whatever you want to call it, and had to learn the Atlantean culture. So it's an interesting interaction between the two of them and the different perspectives that they have. Because she's like, I would do this, and he's like, well, I wouldn't, because I want to prove that we're peaceful and we're good.
So, are they engaged?
Yeah, as of Rebirth.
As of Rebirth, so that
he knelt down and proposed to her. So we didn't see the resolution of that, though.
Right.
So we really don't know. I mean, they're together. They're obviously together.
We assume that she said yes.
Yes.
Basically. Yes. Okay.
But it's good. Aquaman is really good. Of course, Dan Abnett, my favorite writer, is still writing it, and I'll keep reading it as long as he's writing it. So, it's been a good story.
Like, need to go back and find other stuff of his.
Yeah. Before when we were like, hey, E-Man.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll be writing the new big DC crossover, right?
I think it's hilarious though that I got that set of Force Works.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And he wrote that.
That is funny. Well, yeah,
I
he's
wonder
been.
if that was like his first book.
I don't know. We'll have to go back and do some research and find out.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at Superman.
Superman.
Save Batman for last. So I like this one.
Mm-hmm.
I like Superman. I think it's been a really good story. It's definitely delving back. It's neat because Action and Superman are delving back into the history of the Superman from Earth, whatever it was before,
right?
Pre 52. So I like that because I love that Superman. Action comics, we have Doomsday and the whole battle there. In this one, we have other things happening that are leading into some of the stuff that came along with Death of Superman back in the day and the rise of the Superman. So it's pretty cool. But what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, this one's really cool. They also, they're fighting another monster.
Oh, yeah.
So there's like a monster theme going on that we're seeing.
Right.
It's like crazy massive monsters. But yeah, I thought this one was really good. I mean, Superman and his son, their interaction, like how they're building that story and like developing his powers and things like that. I think they're doing a great job with that book. They're, like I said, they've made me interested enough to continue buying Superman for a while.
Yep. Oh, I thought it was interesting because the monster they fight was controlled by some kind of tech that they really didn't get a good look at because when they removed it, it was destroyed. It was unsalvageable. So somebody is sending these monsters to cause trouble for them to fight. So maybe to measure their power and see, what they can do.
Yep.
Is it Mr. Oz?
Gauge what they can do.
Right. So I don't know.
It's the Monster Man.
Maybe. Well, I don't know. I think that's a strictly Batman issue.
Batman. I don't know. I thought it was going to cross over a lot of different titles.
Yeah, I like this cover.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you got this Grundy one?
Yeah, I like the Grundy cover. I really like that.
Grundy. I love that he actually goes through like his whole little.
Well, I love Tim Sale's art. I mean, Tim Sale's art is awesome, and he was always one of my favorite Batman artists too. So, go ahead and talk about Batman. This is all yours.
All right, so good. This one, we kind of start off with Gotham and Gotham Girl fighting Grundy. At, the Statue of Justice? Is that what it was? The Statue of Justice in Gotham.
Yep. Which is basically just the Statue of Liberty with a shield. I thought that was funny. Yeah.
That was really about the difference. That's hilarious. But of course, they can't really get an upper hand on Grundy. They're destroying the statue. So Batman kind of has to step in and show them what they were doing wrong.
Right.
But I thought it was a good issue. I mean, it's mainly just kind of story building with how Batman's going to interact with them, kind of trying to gauge what type of heroes they are and what they need to do. My gut tells me that they're bad guys or something.
Or I don't know, bad guys, but
are controlled by somebody,
or created by somebody with a certain thing in mind, and because you always have that, like whether it was Lex Luthor creating an alternate whatever, a clone of Superman, or something.
Oh yeah,
you have somebody doing something. Maybe they're Amazo androids.
True. It's possible.
Maybe they're just new superheroes that are really there to help.
Just metas that popped up out of nowhere. But I do like that Batman takes them to meet Gordon on the rooftop of the police station, and then
leaves them.
Everybody looks away, and Batman disappears. And then Gotham's like, scanning like blocks and blocks, and he's like, I can't see him anywhere.
Yep. And Gordon's like, yeah, he does that. That was great. Yeah, it was a good book. I liked the way Gotham Girl and Gotham were introduced. In the Rebirth book, and they're both like, it's not our time yet. They're not ready. We're not ready. And then with the first issue of Batman, with the plane going down and Batman ready to sacrifice himself, then they're like, whoop, here we come to help. So I think he was thankful that they showed up because he was ready to die. He didn't want to die. Yeah, he was ready to die, but yeah.
He's always ready to die to save his city.
That's right. So it's an interesting, I mean, definitely interesting, build up to something, and we'll just have to see what that something's going to be. We know there's like in Detective, right? There's that army of owl people or whatever they are.
Bad army of
Bat army or
yeah,
something.
But of course, in the end of this one, we got a big reveal.
Yes.
First time
I thought that was cool because a character returns that we haven't seen for a while, and I think there's some really good things that are said throughout this book that you're like, oh wow, so it's pretty cool. You have to check it out. So Batman, Superman, worth picking up. Green Arrow, really good. Green Lantern's really good. Justice League, we could go either way. Aquaman, I really like. So take that for what it's worth.
I think I'm going to go back and pick up the Green Lanterns just because I want to see the Red Lantern stuff.
Yeah, it's great. I like that. Cool. All right, so that's your Afterbirth for this week. Hope you enjoyed it.
Man. Yeah, leave us a comment. Let us know what Rebirth titles you're still in on. Which ones you're really looking forward to. I know next week we're going to have Hal Jordan in the Green Lanterns Corps. And we're also going to have Nightwing Rebirth.
Is Nightwing next week? Okay. And then we'll have Action and
Detective also.
Detective and Wonder Woman number 2 and Flash number 2. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we might have a couple more. I'm not sure yet. But,
yeah, there's quite a few out. So just be aware. It's going to start getting crazy.
We'll and that's the thing. I don't know about that. We'll have to see how long we hold out, right?
Or we might have to retool.
Yeah.
In some fashion.
Well, I think we'll get to the point where 5 issues in, we'll know which ones we're going to hold off on and which ones we're not. So we'll give it a few more weeks. We'll definitely cover stuff for you guys at least through the end of the 8-week block. That's what I want to stick with.
Oh yeah. But afterwards, it'll just become a DC review.
Yeah, Afterbirth. We'll just call it still Afterbirth.
Till it changes names.
Today is officially your first taste of Afterbirth. Just keep that in mind.
Oh man.
All right, guys. Thank you. Please leave like, share, subscribe. Leave us some comments. We love those. We get the comments that are like, "Hey, great show," but really, tell us what you're reading. We love to kind of chat back and forth with our viewers and tell us if there's anything that we could do differently. You want Justin to talk more and me to talk less?
No. Okay. Also, we're doing a massive push. Like, we're 70 away from 1,500 subs. So if we can once we get to 15, we'll do a live show like Q&A stuff. So.
Yep, that's cool stuff. We like that. And once if we push to 2,000, we have some stuff to give away. So just keep that in mind. We got that, one goal and then our stretch goal, right?
Yeah, like we've been doing way too many Kickstarters lately.
That's right. All right, everybody. Thanks, and go read more comics.
Yep. Have a good one.